Hello, my name is Jeff Hayes, and this is give you a little bit of insight on my attitude about this whole abduction thing of my mother and some of my behavior. And this is what I've had to deal with for the past 4 years from people that haven't spent any real time with my mother, getting to know her. They've just stood from afar and made snap judgments and diagnoses without even getting to know who she is, if she could actually intermingle with people. And this is a typical thing. Katie thinks she's doing the right thing, but Katie doesn't know anything about my mother. She doesn't know anything about anybody, as far as I can tell. Here she's going, telling me earlier about all this stuff, and then she says, as far as what the medical professionals are now, I've seen my mom is in the condition she is because of some of the medical professionals around here. Says that she's unable to make her own decisions and she's not right in the mind. Well, she's a victim here due to the incompetence of a doctor or his not wanting to do his job properly. Didn't inform people that she had a severe adverse reaction to certain medication. Now she's trying to tell me, now she didn't want to talk, she just basically wanted to just dictate to me and me just go, okay. But I know my mom. My mom is not, mindless. Now she lost some of her memory, but she's still in there fighting again, and I can see the frustration in her face when she can't remember something that she knows. But she won't talk to people that she doesn't think that are friendly. And she doesn't talk to hardly anybody at the hospital. This is what I'm talking about right here. She's the victim here, but yet they're wanting to throw her in like a prison. Just throw away the other thing, and and this is kind of where, also this could be an insurance scam. Human trafficking. Let's find somebody that we don't want on the street and blah blah blah, because that's what I'm getting from all this with the paperwork and stuff, the sneaking around behind my back, illegally abducting my mom from TMC, and the people at TMC helping. See, and she's not a piece of meat. That's what they're all saying. She can't think straight. She's one of the smartest people I've ever known. Smarter than anybody in this town I've ever met in this area. And by putting her in a home, that's like almost certain death to her. To keep her, you'd have to keep her doped up, and then what kind of life is that? That's just sucking insurance and all this other stuff. Or Social Security. That's no life. And then here she's trying to go, what did you take her to the hospital? I know why I took her to the hospital. I know why I took her out of the Durant facility. Had I known they were going to kidnap her and abduct her while she was at TMC, I wouldn't even bother. I could have kept a tighter watch on her at the Durant facility and went and had bagged her dismissed from being her doctor. I didn't know that TMC was into making decisions for families that they're not qualified to make decisions for because of their own assumption, and they never got to know the individual that they're ruining their lives. But I will have to apologize to Carrie Wilson because we had a long talk the other day, and she finally sat down and we talked. Instead of her, when I first talked to her, she pulled this snooted thing I don't have to tell you anything, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, so you do got her. Well, I'm not going to tell you blah, 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 blah. Well, because I'm worried sick about my mom because I know she knows what's going on. I know she's scared. I know to her it's torture, and I know she's being tortured and abused because she knows what's going on. All she wants to do is come home and live her life, what's left of it, in peace. And you got these bloodsuckers that just, want to make money off of her. She doesn't want to be somebody's paycheck. She just wants to live the rest of her life and be happy. She doesn't want to be used to buy somebody's Ferrari or Porsche or house or something like that. She just wants to live her life. And I think she's entitled to it. Now, when she's at home in a familiar thing, she's talking up a storm. She can carry on a conversation. She can walk around the house, no problem. The Mays nurses can tell you that. Her case manager at Mays Plus that comes over and visits can tell you that. But nobody ever bothered to interview them. They just decided, I don't know what I'm talking about. That my mom said my mom's not going to open up to them. That she can't make her up her own mind. Believe it or not, she does. And she can. And what you guys are doing to her is like torture and abuse. And I hope someday karma comes around and the same thing happens to y'all. Because you deserve it for ruining her life. And as far as these professionals, they're a bunch of hacks, man. Just take a look at my mom. That's her handiwork right there. I wouldn't let them touch me. It's like when they make a mistake around here, they just, oh, let's toss them in a home. Next. You know, I don't care about whose lives they're ruining. They just figure if my mom's walking around, then that's one of their mistakes that's out in the open. Let's put her in a home, so out of sight, out of mind. Well, I'm not going to let you guys forget it, ever. This until I get to see my mom, and I'm not going to take her out of a safe place to an unsafe place. I'm not that stupid. Not like y'all are. Because y'all thinking that I would, that makes you stupid. For presuming that I'm stupid. And all she wanted me to do is just agree with whatever she said. She's not right because she didn't take the time to get to know my mom. If they haven't screwed my mom's head up already with all the drugs. They've probably been giving her just to keep her calmed down. If my mom hasn't given up. And that's what I'm worried about. So y'all cooperate with me, I'll cooperate with you. But as far as I'm concerned, what you did was wrong. And it was illegal. And you can try to take me to court, whatever, I don't care. But I'm expressing my freedom, First Amendment, freedom of speech, and I'm also my mom's advocate. So unless you're going to let me see her, see if she's doing all right or whatever, I'm not going to take her out of some place that's safe into an unsafe thing. But it would ease her mind to know that her family didn't abandon her. And for you guys to act like you are, dude, you're going to burn in hell because you're sinning against her. So good luck with getting forgiveness from that, because I know she won't forgive you, because you won't repent your sin. And I won't forgive you. So just think on that. What you're doing is wrong, and you're causing harm to an elderly woman that didn't do anything to you. I hope you guys are happy. When you're burning in hell, I'll be happy.